You don't have to be young and beautiful. You can be old and average like me, but you can still do really nice makeup and feel really good about yourself. So come along on this journey and we're going to go from this to this. So first of all, I'm going to use a powder and I'm going to put it in the lid so I don't get too much on my brush at one go. And I'm just going to powder down the eye area and my cheeks because I'm going to be putting other makeup products over top there. And we don't want any moisture in our skin where we're going to be putting on other powder products. Otherwise, you just won't be able to shift the product while you're trying to blend. So now I'm going to use our party palette, which has got tons of all of the daily colours actually that I use. So I'm going to start with our vintage pink colour and watch how I do this actual part of the makeup, because this is really good for hooded eyes. You want to look straight ahead at yourself in the mirror, not looking down, not looking up, not stretching or contorting your face out. You want to be able to see exactly where that crease is on your eye, because a lot of us have a lot of fat in that area. So if you're not looking directly at yourself, you're going to lift your eyes up because that's what you want to see, and you're going to put the product inside the crease, and then when you relax your face, your product's going to have disappeared under folds of skin, which we all have in this age group. So you just have to be brutally honest with yourself. You have to look at yourself straight down the barrel of the gun, look straight at yourself in the mirror, relax your face so that all of whatever skin or hood on your eye is going to does drop down, and then you're going to put this part of your makeup on your eye where your crease would be if you could see it, straight down the barrel of the gun. So if you could see the crease on your eye, which a lot of in this age group can't, my hood is getting quite heavy too, you would see that it's about halfway between your brow and your eyelid. So you're going to focus your makeup on there, and then you're just going to blend out. Just make sure that both eyes look about as even in colour, and they look about the same on each side. And then we just want to blend that out. And the most important thing really is blending, because blending is going to create that look where your makeup looks more like a professional makeup rather than you've just slapped some makeup on. So blend, blend, blend. And then I'm going to put that exact same colour underneath my eye. It sort of acts a bit of an eyeliner. If this wasn't going to be a bit more of a glamorous look, which it is going to be, I would just leave it with just this colour in the under eye, because it acts like it's an eyeliner, but it also frames the eye because it's got the colour at the top and the colour, they're matching colours, so it just makes the eye look kind of balanced and even. But today we're going to be adding a little bit of zhuzh, so I'm going to put this brown, nice neutral colours. I'm going to put this brown underneath my eye. So I'm not going to go all the way along. I'm going to go about sort of a third of the way along my eye at the bottom, and I'm going to take it up along the side of the eye there. You see sort of like a wing. It's not going to stay looking weird like this, but we just want to create the placement really. So this is where we want to place it. And the reason I'm taking it up to about that height on each side of the eye is because I want to actually create a little bit of a fake crease there. So I'm then creating that bit of the sort of like rugby ball shape on the outside of the eye, you can see there. And it's just to create a bit of a fake crease. So dark recedes and light brings out. So wherever you put those dark colours, it's going to look like it's deeper. So I want to put that darker colour, that brown colour, I want to put it where I would like my crease to be if I didn't have the folds of fat or extra skin hanging down on that part of my eye. So I'm just making a fake crease. So I'm putting that on first, so that's placement first, and then I'm going to blend it out. But first of all, I just want to make sure it looks roughly even on each side. You don't want one eye looking way sort of more space underneath that crease than the other. So you're always looking for symmetry on both sides of the eyes. You don't, honestly, at the end of the day, nobody's going to really notice if it's slightly different. So you don't have to be overly perfectionist, but obviously you don't want to have one eye that's way more intense than the other. Otherwise, that's just going to look a bit woo-woo. Now I'm starting to go round and round in circles, backwards and forwards over the rainbow of the eye. So it's just round and round in little circles, backwards and forwards, and that's just really smashing up the colour. We want to blend that colour right the way out so that you can't see any harsh lines or where the colour begins or ends. So we're just going to keep blending that round and round until we get that nice smashed up looking blended out colour. And then I'm getting my fluffier brush and I'm just going to go backwards and forwards, round and round in circles, the same as what I did with that sort of stiffer brush, but this one's a bigger and fluffier brush, so it's going to help to really, really break up that colour and make it look really, really soft and pretty. And now I'm going to take that same nice brown and I'm going to go back into the outside outer corner of my eye. When you put the dark colours on the outside of the eye, it kind of just elongates the eye there and it makes it look a bit more wide set apart, and your eyes always just look less aged when they've got that nice full look about them and, you know, further away from your nose. So I'm just putting a little bit of, and also this adds a bit of a zhuzh, so this is the whole taking a nice daytime look into evening. So I'm taking that brown colour that I've put into the outside corner of the eye, and then I'm just, you know, just blending it out slightly so it's just not so harsh looking. It's not just going to sit there like a blob. It's going to sort of be blended in and add to that nice smoky look of the eye. And so for this part of the eye, I want a lighter colour on my eyelid. So I'm either going to use that pink, or I could use this nice gunmetal grey, which is not dark on the eye. It's actually just got a nice bit of shimmer. But I think I'm going to go with this pink today because I usually do the gunmetal. So let's do something different today. So this is a really, really light pink shimmer, which is really, really pretty. And you only want to concentrate that on the inner corner and the middle of the eye there. We don't want to go over top of the brown that we've already smudged out on the outer corner of the eye. We just want it to look nice and balanced. So just putting that on with my fingertip, because actually when you put it on with your finger, it stops the pigment from dropping down all over the show. And now I'm going to use my Party palette again, because the black in that Party palette is perfect for using over the eye line. I just thought I heard somebody come in right then, but no, it was just a figment of my imagination. So I'm just going to put that black on my angle brush. So the angle brush is that one that's just got the little diagonal line on it. So I'm just tipping some of that colour off the side of my brush so it doesn't end up dropping down my face, just making sure it's faced in the right direction to just go flat along my lash line. So you go as close to the lash line as you possibly can. You don't want it to up above your lash line, otherwise it's going to look like a really thick gluggy line, and we just want it to look like a really natural black eye line on the top of your eye. The good thing about using pigments for an eyeliner is that when you put them on and then smudge them out properly, that eyeliner is not going anywhere. You can go out all night, you can do whatever you like, and it's not going to smudge down your face. You can walk out in the rain and it's still not going to end up running down your face. So this is the perfect look for, you know, a night out. Lovely look for a night out. And, you know, like I said, you don't have to risk the worry of your eyeliner going down your face. So then we're just going to smudge out that black eyeline, so that's sort of double security. When you smudge it out, it takes away any of the dust particles inside the eyeshadow, which means it's also like literally not going to run or smudge down your face whatsoever. So it's a really, really good technique for having makeup that doesn't go anywhere. And then we're going to use I'm using a kohl eyeliner. I don't need black in my eyeline as well as on the top of my eyelid. Charcoal, is a lot softer looking. So I'm going along the waterline there, and that's another security measure for not having your eyeliner run down your face. If you put it underneath your eye, also that's quite a heavy look, so you want to keep it in your upper waterline, much nicer and softer. And now I'm just going to use a bronzer. So if you have a perfectly symmetrical face, you can just use this to warm the look of your skin up. I don't have a perfectly symmetrical face. I've got kind of a high forehead and a strong jawline, so I use it also to help detract some of those looks of my symmetry. For this part, we're creating what would you call it? We're just creating a bit of depth down the cheekbone there, because anything above that brown colour is going to make it look like your cheekbones are up a bit higher. So I used to go down straight down the middle of my face, but as I've aged, I go up just slightly higher because your face does drop a little bit. So I'm going from sort of the top of the ear down towards the direction of the corner of the mouth, but you don't want to wrap around the face. If you wrap around the face with that colour, you're going to create a look like you are the Joker. That's not the look we're going for. So I'm going to now put some of that on my forehead, so that just detracts the look of the high forehead. It just brings it down, creates the illusion of it being a bit less, and same with the jawline. And then I just even it up by going down my neck a little bit, just so the colours kind of all blend in. And once you've got your placement, so all of that was just putting the colour in place. And then once you've got your placement, you want to hold that brush more towards the end of the brush, so it makes your wrist really quite loose. And then just go for it. Just blend until all that colour is all smashed up, and it just leaves you with a really pretty glow. And now we're going to go on with a bit of blush, and so that blush is going to just go straight onto the balls of the cheeks. Just put it on your brush and then tap some off, and then I always tap it onto my hand as well, just to make sure I haven't got too much colour on, because you can put it on too fast, too quickly, and have too much pigment on your skin. It's better to just add colour as you go. Otherwise, even that looks like a bit too much, but I mean, I can blend that out a bit. But if I had gone full on with that colour straight onto my face, it would have just been way too pigmented and too pink. Then we would look like a little dolly. So then you just want to blend all of that out. I used a different brush to blend it out because I don't want that same pink and adding more pink to my cheeks. I just wanted that sort of minimal amount. And now I'm just going to take a bit of that nude out of the Party palette, and I'm going to go under the brow area there. It just sort of cleans up and tidies up under the brow, gives your brows a little bit more of definition under there, and just creates a bit of a gap between the colour and the transition colour and that blending that you've done. And your brow, it just gives the whole look a really nice, clean, sort of sharp but still really nicely blended look. And I always use a nude and not a shimmer. Don't use a shimmer in this age group. We're not 16. We can't do that. So just use a nice nude, and it'll just make your eyes look really lovely. And then I'm just going to double over with that vintagey pink colour that I used to begin with underneath the brown, and I'm just putting it back over just because the brown's already there in place, and putting that vintagey pink up above the transition line there just creates a look of your your whole eye area being more lifted. So I'm just putting a bit more colour there and just going up above the crease and going backwards and forwards again. Just remember to blend out the colours so that it just all looks really soft. And now we're going to go with a bit of mascara. So actually, when I say a bit, I'm going to do a nice lot of mascara, because we're making the eyes look really zhuzhy for a nice night out, and we just want to put on a nice amount of mascara. And we usually go like sort of more intense on the eyes and then less intense on the lips. And I'm just putting a tiny bit on the bottom of the eye, but just a third of the way across, so it's not too heavy. So we're going to go with a nice pink. This lip liner I think is called Shell Pink. So we're going to go with, so if we, again, like I said, if you are doing heavier eyes, you want to have a softer looking lip. So you don't want to have intense eyes and then a bright red lip or a dark red lip. You want to have a nicer, more balanced colour, and especially in this age group. Although, I mean, at the end of the day, just do what you want and what you're happy with, but this just creates a little less of the mutton dressed as lamb look. So this is Shell. And now I'm going to go ahead and put on a lip. This is actually a lipstick, and it's a bit more of a long stay lipstick. And this one's called Nude, but it's just slightly pink as well, and I really like this. The reason why I went with the lip liner underneath is because if you're going out at night time, lip liner is obviously going to make things stay way longer. And just to tidy up the outside part of the eye there, you could put a little bit of concealer or a little bit of the same colour foundation just up under the eye there. You're going from the bottom of end of the eye up to the brow, and it just sort of cleans all of that look up, because if you've got your eyeshadow flopping over the end of your eye, it's going to make your eyes look aged and like they're going downhill and looking really sad. So a bit of concealer on the outside of the eye just helps your eye to look more awake. And then I'm going to go ahead and curl my hair, because nothing like having flat, greasy looking hair if you're going out for the night. So a bit of volume in the hair makes the face look less aged as well, in my opinion. So yep, that's pretty much it. So have a go of this over the weekend and let me know how you get on, and let me know whether you found it easy to do or whether you want something a little bit easier to try for beginners. But this is kind of a bit more of a glam look for going out over the weekend, but I thought it would be fun for you to have a go. So yeah, so let me know how you get on. Or just put your big old winter jacket on and don't go anywhere.